All right. This is so crazy. Nobody said okay. I am mute. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Hi Eno, hi Joker. God damn, I hate this, bro. What the heck? Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi Aryan. Hi everyone. Hi. I'm all right. Never mind. Let's just get to on with the thing. I'm gonna play this, and after this, I will skip directly to the Snake stream and Roblox stream. Okay, and I am planning to do something new. I am planning to do something new. Okay, so let's do this first. Okay. Hi, Cordis. I'm gonna write your name in this thing, Cordis. Hi, Akin. Okay, hi, Tara. Hi, hi. All right. So yeah, we will be playing Snake and Roblox after this, and I am planning a new type of stream for you guys. So yeah, hopefully I'll we can. Hopefully I will do that type of stream tomorrow. What is new? Well, you will see that tomorrow. Okay, you will see that tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's out of. Uh, I would say I'll do that tomorrow. Are you planning to poop? Nah, shut up, bro. That's only you. That's what you do. Hi, Cordis. There you go. No, 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 no. Let me write your name in this thing. Cordis, die. All right, bro. Oh my God, bro. Finally poopy. What the heck? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Roblox stream today and tomorrow. Yes. Can you suggest me? All right, sure, man. Go ahead. Suggest. Hi, Kagan. Hi, Sonu. Hi, Mac. Cutfane. There you go. Hi, Gorty. Chirag, remember me? Yes, I think I remember your profile picture. So yeah. Hi, Sonu. Write your names in the chat. All right, who is next? Who is next? Omar is next. All right, there you go, Omar. W. In future, can we reset you for $2? Whoa, was that a suggestion or like was that a request? Hi, Chirag. Wait, oh, bro, you made me write my own name. Hi, Leon. Hi, Kagan and Ahmed. Hi, Enes. Your dad. Oh my God. Rest in peace to your dad. May God give you all the strength, buddy. And personally, it's to make you guys happy. It's a lot of responsibility. I mean, to keep up with this thing, it's a lot of responsibility. And I hope, uh, rest in peace, and may God bless him, Sheen, Ronald. I hope you guys just praying for you guys. Hi, Leon. Hi, Kota. Hi, Michael. Hi, Daljit. So we can reset you more and see more rage more. The All right. I actually, you know what? I was thinking of increasing the reset thing to 10 so that less people reset me. Hi, Nico. Hi, good human. Oh, thanks. Lol. Hi, Broody. Hi, Chirag. Hi, Soeb. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Broody. Hi, Emor. Hi, Baha Adin. Japanese guy. There you go. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, mate. Tias. Hi, can you add me Roblox? Yes. After this stream, we will be playing Roblox and then I will add you. All right. Hi, mate. Tias. Hi, Imran. Hi, Anaya. Hi, Larry. Write your names in the chat. Hi, Kaylee. That's the Death Note, lol. Yes, yes, it is. No, 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 no. Poop, you're so scared to be resetted, huh? All right. Yes, I am. Especially when like thousands of people are watching, and when somebody named Cordis comes up and make me reset this thing. Hi, Mehmet. I just kind of lose all of my viewers in all of a sudden. Hi, Sachin. Hi, Petro. Thank you, artist, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Hi, Gojo. Eno, there you go, Eno. Hi, Yashika. Hi, Essa. Oi, Cara, Shu, Brazilo. Oi, hi, Flavia. Flavia, there you go. Por favor. I don't understand that. Could you please say that thing in English? Maybe. Hi, Essa. Hi, Big Fan. Hi, Big Fan. What's your name? Hi, Kanta. Hi, Matier. Write your names in the chat. Hi, Sachin. Hi, Ayush. Hi, Qse. Hi, Essa. Hi, Yasir. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Anaya. Hi, Sachin. Hi, Piyush. Uh, if you are so good at shut up, bro. Hi, shut up, Cordis. Hi, Kaylee. There you go. Hi, Ashy. Hi, Risho. Thank you, Noah, for the star. Appreciate. Hi, Kaylee. There you go. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Kalila. All right. Hi, Nishche. There you go. Nish, Chay. There you go. Hi, Amy. There you go. Hi, Bruno. Hi, I show speed. Hi, Haley. Halal. All right. There you go. Hi, Leah. Hi, Amy. Hi, Nayab. Hi, Shan. Hi, Lee. Hi, Hannah. Hi, what's the name? What's the name? Hi, Nayan. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Reka. Hi, Flavia. Boti, thank you for subscribing. Hi, Novali. Hi, Indra. Thank you for subscribing, Indra. Hi, Balwant. Thank you for subscribing, Balwant. There you go. Hi, Gotham. Hi, nah, I'd win. All right, bro. Hi, bro. Hi, Montes. There you go. Hi, what's the name? Ryan. Hi, Bambe. Hi, Meek Creek. What? All right, Cordis. Shout out to you for sending the poop. Cordis, the
Cordis
poop
Guy
king.
359 donated
Come
2
on.
Singapore dollars and 98 cents
Callister.
through super chat.
All right.
Poop poop
Hi,
poop
Gay.
poop
Hi,
poop
Barn
poop
Bay.
poop 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 poop.
Not the poop poop. Hi, Theophile. But shout out to you, Cordis. Die for this thing. Hi, Pepto channel. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Cookie Man. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Gay. Hi, Neko. Hi, Baby Zay. There you go. Hi, Lucky. There you go. Hi, Cool Cookie. There you go. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Elsie. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Nayan and Samriddhi. Hi, Snake later. Yes, I am playing Snake after this game. Hi, Mel. Hi, Smooth. Hi, Sleep. Hi, Hirsch. Hi, Sabita. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, Marlon. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Rua. Hi, Hitor. Hi, Bumble. Hi, Dimitri. Okay, again. Hi, Hirsch. Hi, Halil. Hi, Lawson. Hi, Lucky. Hi, Hirsch, Saluja. Hi, Bari. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Leonardo. Hi, Lawson. Hi, Buddy. Hi, Gamer GRVT7. Hi, Janel. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Coleman. Hi, Mark. Hi, Betty. Hi, Yusen. There you go. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Saifa. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Madsen. Hi, Battle. Hi, Dexter. Hi, Marlon. Hi, Pedro. Hi, Hyunjin. Hi, Lucas. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Usain. Hi, Emily. Hi, Litska. Hi, Igor. Hi, Gojo. Hi, UWU. Hi, Usain. Hi, Mehmet. There you go. Hi, Rainki. Rainki. There you go. Hi, Raghav. Hi, Mehmet. Write your names in the chat. If you guys are new on the stream, write your names in the chat. Okay, guys. Hi, Riddhi. Hi, Reek. Hi, Ellis. Hi, Duffa. Hi, Reniki. Hi, Naga. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Gaigi. Hi, hi, Arian. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Eska. Hi, Pidor. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you, Lucinator, for subscribing. Appreciate. Hi, Sumit. Hi, Shuka. Hi, Kensley. There you go. Hi, Sumit. Hi, Aisha. Hi, Ella. We have 200 people on the stream. Let's go. Hi, Liu. Hi, Yueben. Hi, Aisha. Hi, Janel. Hi, Ella. Hi, Hussein. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Afghanistan. Hi, Halil. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Bella. Hi, Balia. Hi, Noah. Hi, Kira. Hi, Gabagool. What the heck is Gabagool? Hi, Kensley. There you go. Thank you, YTNS, for subscribing. Thank you, Miss Vichy. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate. Hi, Lucas. Hi, Kamar. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Kira. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Sindhu. Hi, Bashu. Hi, Brady. Hi, Usain. Hi, Brady. Hi, Odin. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Brady. Hi, Parker. Hi, Sindhu. Comment your names in the chat. If you guys are new on the stream, write your names in the chat, okay? Hi, Fabio. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Jokovi. Hi, Althea. Thanks for the gold coin. Hi, Crix. Hi, Adelph. Hi, Edler. Hi, Fabio. Hi, Purple. Hi, Emily. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Bailash. Hi, Sidhu. Hi, Victor. Hi, Hania. Hi, Adler. Hi, Sindhu. Hi, Kira. Hi, Tuleleni. Hi, Hania. There you go, Hania. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Walid. Hi, Jackson. Hee hee. Emilist. There you go, Emilist. Hi, Sujan. Hi, Kat. Kat Shali. There you go. Hi, Mahi. Hi, Anna. Hi, Kyoto. Hi, Thiago. Hi, Mustafa. Hi, Pupol. What is that? Hi, Luke. Hi, Mayumi. Write your names in the chat. Jackson, there you go, Jackson. Hi, Liam. Hi, Frag. Hi, Dominate. FC, thank you for subscribing. Hi, Joseph. Thank you for subscribing. PXD. Hi, Dominus. Thank you for subscribing. Dominus. Rans, thank you. Hi, Ricky. There you go, Ricky. Hi, Aiden. There you go, Aiden. Hi, Fortnite. Thank you for subscribing, Fortnite. Hi, Abner. Hi, Michael. Hi, Luna. Hi, Fabi. Hi, Kai. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Abner. Hi, Ibrahim. Hi, Lila. Hi, Emmanuel. Yo, Mary, come on, Mary Anna. I am not enough. Mary Ann. Mary Ann, come on, bro. Shout out to Mary Ann for sending. All right, Unk alert. It is what it is. But yeah, shout out to you, Mary Ann. There you go, Mary Ann. Don't do that again. Ha ha ha. That's not funny, okay? I am not Unk. All right, guys. Enough of this Unk alert. Ha ha ha. Don't do that, okay? Ha. Hi, Virat. Hi, Amira. Hi, Umar. Hi, Anshuman. Hi, Hola. Hi, Amira. Hi, Soklan. Hi, Zimania. Hi, Davy. Hi, Anshuman. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, Salvador. Hi, Lizbeth. Hi, Gator. Hi, Samra. Hi, Fair. Hi, Asya. Hi, Lamy Cry. Hi, Ariel. Hi, Lincoln. Thank you for subscribing, Lincoln. Hi, Real Noor. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Moisey. Hi, Jessico. Oh, wait. Jessico. There you go. Hi, Arab. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Georgie. There you go. Hi, Elmi. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Gail. Hi, Chiragway. Hi, Hidden. Hi, Juna. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Diddy. Hi, Damien. Hi, Simonis. Do you remember what? Hi, Aiden. Hi, Tojo. Hi, Miss Shoba. Hi, Han. Hi, Anap. Write your names in the chat. We have like 200 people on the stream. Let's go. Comment your names in the chat if you guys are new on the stream. And if you want me to give you a shout out, you guys can consider sending a laughing disco or a super chat, okay? To send a laughing disco, you just have to click on the gift box next to your comment section and send a laughing disco, all right? I'm going to give you a massive shout out, okay? Hi, Sam. There you go. Hi, Lorex. Hi, Salvador. Hi, Lavi. Hi, Izan. Hi, Messia. Hi, Prabhavo. Hi, Omruteg. Hi, Kalia. Hi, Mahir. Yo, Random, thank you for the flow state. I think I remember you, Random Stuff. I guess. Massive shout out to you, Random Stuff, for sending a flow state. Let's go. Thank you so much. Let's go, Random Stuff. Shout out to you. There we go, buddy. Hi, Pierre. Peronica. Okay. Hi, Om. Hi, Mazil. Hi, Alan. Hi, Taha. Hi, Miles. Hi, Samuel. Write your names in the chat. Hi, Messias. Thank you for subscribing, Messias. Hi, Hook. Hi, Jubber. There you go. Oh, Savo. Thank you for the 100. Appreciate it. Hi, Luciano. Luciano. There you go. Hi, Koi. Hi, Ida. Hi, Chirag. Wait, that's my username. Hi, Shane. Hi, Nizam. Hi, Nacho Man. Hi, Random Stuff. There you go, buddy. Hi, Alan. Hi, is that Death Note? Yes, this is. Hi, Mayumi. Hi, Noah. Hi, Murad. Hi, Tina. Hi, God's Way. There you go. Hi, Siddhartha. Hi, Mason. Hi, Semyon. Hi, Hitter. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Sarik. Write your names in the chat. Hi, Shelly. There you go. Oh, wait. Yep. Hi, SZA. Bolts. There you go. Hi, Manahil. There you go. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Zelen. Hi, Aditya. Hi, Hydra. Hi, Aditya second. Hi, Diesel. Thank you, Nihad, for subscribing. Appreciate. Hi, Jess. Thank you, Random Stuff, for thumbs up. Appreciate. Hi, Michael. Hi, Hamza. Hi, Arya. Hi, Hater. Hi, Kennedy. Hi, Diesel. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Hud. Sun WS. Thanks for the W. Appreciate. Jenna, thank you for the star. Hi, Kian. Hi, Kenzie. The next person to send a laughing disco chat, I'm gonna give you a massive shout out. Okay. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Zane. Yo, thank you, friend with Toodles. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Friends with Toodles. There you go. Friends with Toodles. There we go. Friends with Toodles. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. There you go, friends with Toodles. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's go. All right. Friends with Toodles. There you go again. Hi, Jamari. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. Hi, Laka. The next person to send a laughing disco, I'm going to give you a massive shout out. Hi, Diesel. There you go. Hi, Kyler. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Tommy with Star. Hi, I show speed. What the heck? Hi, Isa. Hi, Rabia. Hi, Ilagi. Hi, Nico. Hi, Zane. Hi, Sai. Hi, Tones. Wait, Tones. There you go. Hi, Andel. Hi, Kotak.
Very, very cheap. £1
Yeah.
page.
Hi, Kalu. Hi, Bello. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Prithvi. There you go. Hey, Jaden Goodman. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Massive shout out to you, Jaden Goodman. Thank you for a laughing disco. Let's go. Massive shout out to you, Jaden Goodman. There you go. Jaden. Wait, why it's not writing E's? Wait a second. I need to figure out. Okay. I hope the E is working. Jaden Goodman. Wait a second. All right. I'm going to start writing your name from here. Jaden. All right. This time it's writing. Goodman. There you go. Massive shout out to you, Jaden Goodman, for sending a laughing disco. Jaden Goodman. There you go. Jaden Goodman. Thank you for that. Chat, the next person to send a laughing disco, I will write your name, okay? Hi, Jeremy, and I'm gonna give you a shout out. Hi, Suvia. Hi, Nolan. Hi, Tua. Hi, Shreyansh. Hi, Anshuman. Thank you, friends with Toodle, for these W's. Appreciate. Hi, Kate. Hi, William. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Justin. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Sarthak. Hi, Andrew. Hi, hello there. Hi, Eposikin. Hi, Bharat. Hi, Felipe. Hi, Justin. Hi, Sonic. Hi, Rail. Hi, KG. To send a laughing disco chat, all you have to do is click on the gift box next to your comment section and drop a laughing disco. Hi, Gordy. Hi, Jelly. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Reed. Yo, Simeon, thank you for a super chat. Massive shout out to you, Simeon, for sending a super chat. There you go, Simeon. Let's go, Simeon. Simeon. All right, that's €1. All right, thank you. Appreciate, bro. Hi, Deuce Place. Thanks for a laughing disco. Juicy. Juicy Plays, thank you for a laughing disco. Appreciate. Massive shout out to you. Juicy Plays, let's go. Juicy Plays, thank you so much for sending a laughing disco.
At Simeonovanov
Let's
WL3PJ donated
All right.
€1 through
Soldier
Super Chat.
Official, thank you for sending a laughing disco. Soldier Official, there you go. Damn. Hi, Soldier Official. Thank you so much, Soldier Official. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Soldier Official. All right, there we go. Soldier Official. There we go, buddy. Hey, yo, Deuce Plays again with the laughing disco. Deuce Plays. Deuce Plays with laughing disco. Deuce Plays with another laughing disco. Deuce Plays. Thank you so much, buddy, for sending a laughing disco. Grimace with a laughing disco. Massive shout out to you, Grimace, for sending a laughing disco. Grimace commentator. Grimace. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. Thank you. Banshit AG. Yo, what is that username? Banshit AG. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. Banshit AG. That's some crazy shit you're cooking. Banshit AG. There you go. Massive shout out to you for sending a laughing disco. SR Richmond. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. SR Richmond. Massive shout out to you, buddy. SR Richmond. Why all the unique names are in my chat right now? Star Love. Thank you for the high five. Appreciate. Massive shout out to you. Star Love. There you go. Star Love. Thank you for sending a high five. There you go. Hi, Zachary. What's up? I think there was a super chat. Oh, AKJ. How do I send a laughing disco, gang? AKJ, there you go. Massive shout out to you for sending a $2 tip. How do you send a... Hey, yo, Crystal Woods. Thank you for sending a floating state. Let's go, buddy. Thank you so much. Crystal Woods. Massive shout out to you, Crystal Woods. Crystal Woods. Thank you for sending a... flow state. Crystal Woods. There you go, Crystal Woods. Hey, yo, LRZ. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. LRZ. There we go. LRZ. Tashi Ricky, thank you so much for sending a flow state. There we go, Tashi Ricky. Thank you so much. Massive shout out to Tashi Ricky for sending a flow state. There we go, buddy. Tashi Ricky. There you go. KHHBX. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Thank you so much. KHHBX. Hey. KHHBX. Hey.
At AKJ_9999
There we
donated
go.
$2 through Super Chat.
How much is a laughing
How
disco?
do I
don't
send a
know.
laughing disco
To
GNG?
send a laughing disco, all you have to do, if you see a gift box next to your comment section, if you click on that gift box and drop a laughing disco, I'm gonna give you a massive shout out, okay? That's how you send a laughing disco. Hi, Turkey. Hi, Alex. Hi, AKJ. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Hi, AKJ. There you go. Hi, AKJ. Hi, AKJ. AKJ, you're killing it, buddy. Hi, Fallback. Thank you for a high five. Thank you so much, Fallback. Massive shout out to you, Fallback. There you go, buddy. There we go. Hi, Anzo. There you go, Anzo. Hi, something. Hi, Noah with a star. Olive with a star. KHBBX. Yeah, buddy. I made a rhyme there, bro. Goofy Pet Dog. Goofy Pet Dog with a red card. Come on, man. You don't have to show me the red dog. I mean, the red card. Goofy Dog. Goofy Red Dog. There you go. Goofy Red Dog. There you go. Goofy Red Dog. There you go. Hey! Goddamn! That guy said a pin. Yo! La Daily, thank you for sending a pinata. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. I have to write your name on the whole page now. But wait, before I write your name on the whole page, let me just complete Logan, massive shout out to you. I'm gonna write your name on the whole page. Logan, thank you for sending a flow state. Logan, there we go. Thank you so much. Who is next? All right, there we go. Now
And
it's time for me
AKJ
to write your name
9999
on the full
donated
page.
$2 through Super Chat.
Burger Man, thank
How
you
much
for
is a
his
laughing
6-7.
disco?
Burger Man, Burger Man, Burger Man. Okay, there we go. Hey, yo, Cruz with a flow state. There we go, Cruz. Thank you so much for sending a flow state. There we go. All right, it's time for me to write your name on the whole page. Tuila Daily. Damn, thank you so much for sending a pinata. Really appreciate. So much love to you guys. Thank you so much. Wait, let me how. TWYLA Daily. Twyla Daily? Oh, it's Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Thank you so much. Twyla Daily. Wait. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. All right, there we go. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. There you go. Twyla Daily. There we go. Thank you so much for the pinata. Appreciate. Thank you so much. So much love to you. Wait a second. All right, there we go. TWY Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. There we go. Massive shout out to you. Twyla Daily. Thank you so much. Emperor, massive shout out to you. Wendy, massive shout out to you for sending a laughing disco. Emperor. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And who was the next? Who was the another? I forgot the name. Wendy. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. There you go, Wendy. Appreciate the love and support. Sorry, I was not able to write your name, Wendy. Not the Wendy, the Emperor. But there we go. Wendy. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping. Hi, Wendy. Wendy. Wendy, thank you so much. Hey, yo, thank you so much for the controller. PSL tag. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate. PSL tag. PSL tag. Shout out to you, PSL tag. Massive shout out to you, PSL tag. And Emperor also, massive shout out to you. I was not able to get your full name. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you so much, PSL tag. Thank you for the controller. Appreciate PSL tag. PSL tag. PSL tag. All right, Oh wait. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not P. PSL tag. All right. Sorry for messing the name. This is it's getting too much out of the hands right now. Hey, Julia with the laughing disco. Massive shout out to you, Julia, for sending a laughing disco. Massive shout out to Julia for sending back-to-back 2 laughing discos. Hey. You guys are really putting you guys are really putting me on the work. Julio, massive shout out to you. Julio, there you go. Julio, massive shout out to you. Okay. Echo, thank you for the clutch. Appreciate. Hey, yo, thank you so much, River Stream, for a sunshine. River Stream. River Stream. River Stream. All right, River Stream. Massive shout out to you guys. Wendy with so many sunshines. Wendy, you're killing it, though. Wendy. Hey, I love your viz. Thank you so much, Twyla Daily. This is a 20 dodo. Damn, son, that's so crazy. Oh my goodness. Appreciate Twyla. Oh my god, I hurt my knee there. Oh my god. I hurt my knee with a desk. God damn. God damn. God damn. God damn, bro. I hurt my knee. God damn. Thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate. God damn, it hurts. All right, I have to be man enough. All right. Breathe. Twyla Daily, thank you so much for this thing. All right, let me write your name. Twyla Daily. Massive shout out to you, bro. I hope she do not make me break the keyboard or the mouse tray. Hi, Joes. Yes, thank you so much for a laughing disco. Who's the guy? James Moran and Josias. Oh, wait, let me write your name, please. Okay. Because James. Massive shout out to you for sending a flow state. There you go. James. James. Thank you so much, James Moran, for sending a flow state. Appreciate. Jace Straighton. Appreciate. Jace. 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 And there you go, Jace. Thank you so much. All right. Twyla Daily, thank you so much for your contribution to the stream. Appreciate. And thanks to every donator who is sending me these beautiful gifts to support the stream. I really appreciate. I really respect this support. Appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. Twyla Daily. There you go. Twyla Daily. All right. I cannot even copy paste in this thing. I wish I could copy paste this. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla. Oh my god, I messed up there. Hey, Leia Braun, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate. Not the super chat, the laughing disco. Leia Brown, thank you so much. Roblox Lucas, thank you for that thing. Laya, Laya, Laya. These are so many people are sending the gifts, bro. I'm not able to catch up with everything. Hi, Roblox. Thank you for sending a laughing disco. Oh my god. I need to catch a break. Roblox, massive shout out to you too. Twyla Daily. God help me. Come on, Shelly, let me write the name, please. Massive shout out to you too, Shelly, for sending a laughing disco. God damn. Chat, I want to write the Twyla Daily name. All right, Shelly, there you go, Shelly. Massive shout out to you. All right, now I'm going to write Twyla Daily again. Do not disturb me in between, chat. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. Twyla Daily. All right, there we go. What the heck? Twyla Daily. All right, there we go. Yo, PSC, stop. PSL, bro. Let me just write the name, bro. PSL tag. Let me just complete the Twyla Daily, bro. Twyla, I'm sorry. PSL tag. PSL tag. Massive shout out to you, PSL tag, for the laughing disco, bro. All right, thank you so much, buddy. God damn. All right. Twyla Daily. Twyla ro. Commodore. Na 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 na. Twyla Daily, there you go. I think I have a song to match your name. Twyla Daily, I think I have a song to match your name. All right, let me play that song, all right? It's not full match thing, but yeah, it's kind of a match. All right, there you go.
Bailalo,
Twyla. Tickle Toes, thank you for the super chat, appreciate. Tickle Toes.
como lo canto y lo siento yo, como bailalo,
Yeah.
como lo canto y
Let's
lo
go.
siento yo, como bailalo,
Tickle Toes. Bang and fan, let's go, bang and fan. Let's go, bang and fan. Massive shout out to you. Massive shout out to Tickle Toes and Twyla Daily. Alright, I'm getting copyright for this one for sure. Alright, thank you so much. I guess I have written more than 20 times. There you go, thank you so much, appreciate. Hi Zeno, hi Fabio, hi Jack Corey, hi Aaron, hi A Gamer. Let's go! Alright, this is enough. This is enough of the copyright now. Sukhpreet Singh, thank you for a party head. Sukhpreet with a party head. End the stream? Dog, you want me to end the stream? I'm just getting started with the stream, bro. 2 stones in and you still writing? Man, I'm sorry. Let me write the names peacefully, bro. Arthur. Hi, Savita. All right, there we go. The next person to send a laughing disco, I'm gonna give you a massive shout out, okay, chat? All right, there we go. Hi, Ailey. There you go. Hi, yo, what's the name? Hi, Shubham. There you go. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Chevy. Hi, Adam. Hi, Kyla. Oh, hi, David. Hi, Alberto. Alberto Kirky or what? Sukhpreet with a gift. Hey, Francisca Flores, thank you so much for a flow state. Massive shout out to you, Francisca, for sending a flow state. Francis. Oh, wait a second. Did I mess up the name? No! Francisca. Oh, wait. Francisca, massive shout out to you. There you go. Francisca. Alright, I messed up the name. Alright. Francisca. Let me try that again. Okay, this time I got it right. Okay, my bad, Francisca. Sorry. Francisca. There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate for the flow state. Oh, god damn. I'm tripping right now. I feel like I'm tripping. God help me. God help me, bro. Hi, David with a W. Jesus. Yeah. All right. Hi, Pedro. There you go. Hi, Mark,
X
Eldon.
Twyla Daily
Hi,
9496
Hi, Aiden.
donated
Bangles fan
$19.99
with a
through Super
poop.
Chat. I
Bro,
love your vids.
I'm afraid poops don't work in this stream, I guess, Bangles. They work in the snake stream. Hi, Shubham. Hi, Sir Dara. There you go. Hi, Marco. Hi, Shubham. Hi, Mohira. Hi, Neo. Hi, Angelo. Hi, Erickson. Hi, Violet. There you go, Violet. Bangle fan with a 6-7. Bangle fan, bro. Come on. This is a tough economy to send a 6-7. DG Doyle, thank you for the star. Appreciate. Edward. But respecting that you send a gift, I'm gonna respect that, Bangle fan. Love you, bro. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Andrea. San Andreas. Hi, Edwards. Hi, Eunice. Hi, Malik. Hi, Vivek. Hey, yo, Jax boy with a flow state. Jax boy, let's go. Jax boy, massive shout out to you for sending a flow state, Jax boy. There you go, Jax boy. Jax boy. Jax boy. Jax boy. Hey, let's go. Thank you for this. Hi, Finley with the star thing. Hi, Shubham. The next person to say, yo, don't call me Unc, okay? What's the name? What are you saying, F for respect? Come on, Bengal fan. Hi, Diddy. There you go. Hi, Ayop. Not the Diddy, bro. Hi, Winter. Hi, Marcel. There you go, Marcel. Hi, Madison. Madison what? Hi, Brian. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Tandy. After this chat, I'm gonna play a Google Snake game. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Hater. Hi, Liam. Hey, yo, chat, stop calling me Ung. Hi, Joan. Hi, Mata. It's Mata. Hi, Luca. There you go, Luca. Hi, Diaz. Hi, Louis. Hi, Luan. Hi, Madison K. Hi, Moose. Hi, Ricordino. What do you mean by Ricordino? Hi, Dam. Hi, Ismail. Hi, Adam. Hi, the next person to send, hey chat, if you want me to give you a massive shout out, you guys can consider sending a Love Pink Disco. The next person to send a Love Pink Disco, I'm gonna give you an absolute cinema shout out. Alright. Hi, Malik, there you go. Hi, Ayushman. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Bella. Hi, Builder. Hi, Burke. Hi, Israel. Hi, Karthik. Hi, Rukal. Hi, yo, Eva. Thank you. Eva, massive shout out to you for sending a Love Pink Disco. Eva Vela Dares. Thank you so much, Eva. There we go. Eva. Massive shout out to you for sending a laughing disco. Hi, Candela. Hi, Blackie. What do you mean by Blackie, bro? I'm on my cousin's iPad. Oh, that's crazy. Hi, Torab. Hey, Bengal fan with a laughing disco. Massive shout out to you. Bengals fan. Bengals fan. Bengals fan. Bengals fan. Bengals fan. Bengals fan. Massive shout out to you, Bengals fan, for being an honorable member of this channel, for being a most loyal subscribers. All right, thank you so much, Bengal fan, for that gift. Appreciate Heaven Reed. Massive shout out to Heaven Reed. Thank you so much. All right. Heaven, thank you so much for dropping a flow state. Really appreciate, man. Heaven, read. Heaven, read. Heaven, read. Heaven, read. Heaven, read. Let's go, Heaven, read. Hey, yo, thank you again for the high five. Appreciate it. Hi, Heaven, read. Kachow. Hi, Emil. There you go. Hi, Gojo. Hi, Adam. Hi, Dereko. Derek, okay. Hi, Matthias. Hi, Emil. Hi, Maisha. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Get Ready. GRAWM. What? Bro, do not send me the. Why are you sending me the makeup kit, bro? Do I look like a. Do I look like a female to you, bro? I have a mustache. I'm not female. Milana. And no, I am not Unk. Hi, Rexy. There you go. Hi, Flint. Hi, Forrest. Hi, Martha. Hi, Lana. Hi, Seema. Hi, Chill Cold. Hi, Lee, Diddy. Hi, Seema. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Toji. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Sammy. Hi, Louise. Hi, Chandra Mishra. There you go with the star. Hi, Nelson. Hi, Jessica. There you go, Jessica. Walter White. Jessica. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Logan with the W. Hey, there we go. Hi, Dave. Hi, Lena. Hi, Chiragingong Burst. What is a Chiragingong? Logan Jones with the W's? God damn, Logan Jones is killing. Massive shout out to you, Logan Jones, for sending these W's. Massive shout out to you, Logan Jones. Thank you so much for sending these W. There we go, Logan Jones. Thank you. Massive shout out to you, Logan Jones. Logan Jones. Logan Jones. There we go. Let's go, buddy. Hey, yo, hi, South Korean guy. Zigzag. Zigzag. All right, I messed up the. All right, there we go. Hi, Max. Hi, Evden. Hi, Vaylin. There you go. Hi, Cinder Race. Okay. Hi, Raya. Hi, Domi Major. There you go. Hi, Jimothia.
At Tickletoes
Hi,
123 donated $2
Remy.
through Super Chat.
Oh, that's old. Wait, let me refresh the alerts. Okay. All right, there we go. Hi, Bella. Bella Porsche or what? Brianna. There you go. Hi, Kaylee. Hi, Ryder. Hi, Eva. Death Note. Yes, it is. Hi, Brokai. What do you want? Lil me? What the heck, bro? Hi, Easton. Yo, thank you, Eva, for the GGS. Appreciate Eva. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kennedy. Chat, if you want me to give you a massive shout out, you guys can consider sending a laughing disco. The next person to send a laughing disco, I'm going to give you a shout out. To send a laughing disco, you just have to click on the gift box next to your comment section. And if you see a laughing disco, you guys can consider sending it. Hi, Rita. There you go. Hi, Tyson. We have a Michael Tyson in the chat. You're Unk. You're Unk. I am not Unk, okay? Stop calling me Unk. That's not funny. Antonio, there you go. Hi, Francesco. There you go. Hi, Yusuf. Hi, Arsenade. Arsenade. There you go. Hi, Owen. There you go. Hi, Valine. Hi, Francis. Hi, Gotten. Hi, Megumi. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Farouk. Hi, Chiragwe. Hi, Sarah. What's up? Hi, Ricardo. Ricardo, there you go. Hi, Salvador. Hi, TB Mickey. There you go, TB Mickey. TB. Oh wait, TB Mickey. There you go. Hi, Jack. Hi, Kabir. Hi, Kian. Hi, Logan. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome back, buddy. Hi, Kabir. Hi, Zayed Sheikh bhai, kya hal chal hai? Welcome back to the stream. Hi, Timmy. Hi, Gafar. Hi, Leonard. Hi, Samuel. Hi, what's up? I'm good, Raptor. How you doing? Hi, Kevin. Hi, Henry. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Arshan. Hi, Mui Chiro. Hi, Villain. Hi, Ray. What is the app? It's called Death Note. Dig fan Nicholas. All right, there you go. Blue Frog. Thanks for the W. Appreciate it. Blue Frog. There you go. Hi, Ronaldo. Hi, Arsene. Hi, Jack. Hi, Mia. Hi, Nick. Hi, T-Rex. Hi, Leo. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Emerson. Hi, Kiam. Hi, Noor. Hi, Vico. Hi, Scargo. Thank you for the gold. Appreciate. I found your stream again after leaving for a little lol. Hey, I love Capybara. Hey, yo, let's go. Hey, yo, make sure to subscribe, huh? Make sure to subscribe. What do you mean you found me again? That means you were not subscribed, I guess. Make sure to subscribe so that you do not miss my stream. Awkward smile, though. I love Capybara. Hi, Crystal. Thank you for the thing. Hi, Cash. Juliana follows you. Juliana, thank you for following me. It's a Yusuf, not Yusuf. Bro, it's the same thing. This is the same thing. Hi, Fazdeen. Hi, Ben. Hi, Rio. Hi, Lisa. Do Lisa done. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Nino. El Nino. What's up, El Nino? Hi, Clea. Hi, Muntasir. Hi, Matthias. Hi, Christo. Hi, Mike with the star. Hi, Daniel with the star. Hi, Amsa. What's your name? Hi, Bacon. Thank you for subscribing, for being a subscriber. Appreciate. Hi, Kaysen. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Thiago. Hi, Tom. Chat. If you want me to give you a massive absolute shout out, you guys can consider sending a laughing disco. Okay, to send a laughing disco, all you have to do is, if you see the gift box next to your comment section, if you will click on that and you see the laughing disco, that's how you send a laughing disco. Hey, Hunter Shorter, massive shout out to you for sending a dono.
At Vivian-D3T2G donated $2 through Super
massive shout out
Chat.
to you, Hunter.
Hunter Shorter.
Shorter. There you go, buddy. Hunter Shorter. Massive shout out to you, Hunter Shorter. All right, there we go. Hunter Shorter. Thanks for the dono. Appreciate. Massive shout out to you, Vivian, aka Hunter Shorter. Appreciate. Charles Bagley. Thank you for the W. Hi, Arab. There you go. Hi, Arseni. Hi, Big Nate. Hi, Dustin with the W. Hi, Kundi. Hi, wait a second. Wait a second. Hi, Andrew. Oh, it's okay, Logan. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Olive. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Cassidy. Hi, Simon Cross. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Vincent, for subscribing. Hi, Ronaldo. Hi, Negi. Hi, Hunter. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, Andrew. Hi, hi, Kavid. Is your name really Kavid? RJC. Thank you for subscribing. Big Nate. Oh, your name's here. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for the 6-7. There you go, Ashley. Ha ha ha. 6-7 in 2026. Ha 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 ha. Hi, Chloe. There you go. Hi, Pablo. What's up, Pablo with a stone face? Hi, Luca. Hi, Joey. Hi, Eva. Hi, Calum. Hi, Foo. Bro, stop spamming Foo and Alex. Ashley with a flow state. Massive shout out to you, Ashley, for sending a flow state. There you go, Ashley. There you go. Thank you so much, Ashley. Ashley. There you go, Ashley. There you go. Thank you so much, Ashley. There we go. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Hi, Mason. Hi, Alex. Hi, Kate. Hi, Diddy. Hi, what's the name? What's the name? What's the name? Wait a second, man. Bailalo. Hey, yo, Ashley with us. W, appreciate it. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Dadrick. There you go, Dadrick, buddy. Hi, Larry. Oi, Larry, what are you doing here? Larry, the name of the cat. Hi, Fessy. Hi, Melvin. Hi, Sumi. Hi, Paul. Hi, Thomas. Hey, yo, chat. That was my Indian accent. Do not laugh on that. Oi. 1 years. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Daniel. Cheyenne. There you go, Cheyenne. Hi, Amber. There you go. Hi, Jace. Face. Yo, who keep their name as a Jace face, bro? What is this Jace face? I don't understand. Is your surname like, is your last name Face? I'm not familiar with your game, bro. Hi, Bella. Hi, Ankit. Hi, Inaya. Hi, Idris. Hi, hey, it's me. Yo, Joseph. Welcome back, bro. Hi, Isau. Wait, how do you pronounce that name? Isau? Hi, Jose. Hi, Jury. Hi, Inaya. There you go. Hi, Robin. Bro, we can just be Robin. Yeah. Never mind. Hi, Ondis. There you go. Hi, Vitus. There you go. Hi, Pranav. There you go. Hi, Caroline. There you go. Hi, SL Var. Thank you for the W. Hi, Anki. There you go. Hi, Revza. There you go. Hi, Isagi. Chat, the next person to send a laughing disco, I'm gonna give him a massive shout out, okay? Hi, Mehit. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Shri. Hi, Camila. Hi, Realisa. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Andrick. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Farbood. Hi, Elmas. Hi, Odi. Hi, Ranveer. Hi. Banha official, bro. Come on. Hi, Shahib. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Jericho. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Carson. Hi, Dingla. Dingla. Hi, Theo. Hi, King. I accidentally type it wrong. My name is Mahir. Okay, there you go, Mahir. Hi, Bentley. There you go, Bentley. Hi, Kirami. Okay, chat. I guess this is the time for me to do a Google Snake game, and after that, I will start a Roblox game. I will play Roblox in the same Google Snake gameplay stream. Oakley, there you go, Oakley. Thank you, Charles, for the W. Hi, Ziyak. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, Jake. Hi, Malice. Hi, Charles. Thank you for sending these Ws. Appreciate, Charles. Massive shout out to you for sending these Ws. There you go, buddy. Massive shout out to you, Charles, for sending so many Ws. Appreciate. How many, bro, how long are you typing for? Crystal, to be honest, I've been typing for like last 1 hour. Trust me, continuously. Hi, Mikey. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Gasper. Wait, what is it? Okay, Gasper, there you go. Hi, Trot. Thank you for the clutch. Appreciate. Hi, Sabina. Hi, Olivia. There you go, Olivia. Hi, Six. Hi, Tommy. Hi, RapTap. Thank you for a laughing disco. Massive shout out to you, RapTap, for sending a laughing disco. RapTap, this is for you. Thank you so much. There you go, buddy. There you go. Shout out to RapTap, chat. All right. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. Yo, Cookies, thank you so much. Shout out to you, Cookies, for sending a laughing discos. Cookies YT! Cookies YT! Cookies YT! Cookies YT! Cookies YT! Massive shout out to you, Cookies, for sending a laughing disco. Hi, Sabina. Hi, Charles on the number 3. Hey, yo, Charles, hi. Number 3, I saw you, bro. Hi, Ijaba. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, Baron. Hi, Schlazy. Hi, Soham. Hi, Sabina. Hi, Collins. Hi, Cookies Whitey with another laughing disco. Cookies Whitey, shout out to you again. Cookies Whitey. Cookies Whitey. Cookies Whitey. Cookies Whitey, thank you so much. Cookies Whitey for sending a laughing disco. Thank you so much. All right, that one bike kid, thank you for sending a laughing disco. That one bike kid. That one bike kid. That one bike kid. That one bike kid. Massive shout out to you. That one bike kid. There you go. Thank you so much. All right. I think Raven, massive shout out to you for sending a laughing disco. Raven, 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 Raven. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco, Raven. Mecca, Smika. Yes, thank you so much. Mr. Ducky Man and Bookie, thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Mr. Ducky, Mr. Ducky, Mr. Ducky, Mr. Ducky, Mr. Ducky. There you go, Mr. Ducky. Thank you so much for sending laughing disco. All right, Bookie, Bookie, thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Bookie, there you go, Bookie. Bookie! Bookie! Thank you so much. Let's go, chat. Hi, Dakshina. There you go, Dakshina. Hi, Austin. Hi, Free Fire. There you go. Hi, Lego. Hi, Tiffany with a star. Hi, Elite with a 6-7. There you go, Elite. Thank you so much for the 6-7. Yo, Cookie! Cookies with another laughing disco. Cookies YT, Cookies YT, Cookies YT. At this point, I might just write your name only, because I have a feeling that you're gonna send another laughing disco. Cookies YT, bro. All right. Hi, Avraj. There you go. Hi, Legoshi. Legoshi. That's some crazy name. Hi, Darren Sabit. What's up, Darren? There you go. Hi, what's the name? Hi, Rian. Yeah, I told you, Cookies. I knew it. I had a gut feeling, I swear on God. I had a gut feeling that you're gonna send another one. Cookies YT. Cookies YT. This page is gonna will be filled with only your name. Hi, Cookies YT. Cookies YT. I'm gonna go completely damned if Cookies send a goat trophy or a cake trophy. I'm gonna go damn. Hi, Chan. Hi, Abdil. There you go. Hi, Mort Plays. Hi, wait, Vincent, is it you? Hi, okay. Yeah, chat is also spamming Cookies Whitey. All right, there you go, Cookies Whitey, for the respect of him. All right. Hi, Mort Plays. Hi, Luca. Hi, Arav. Hi, Leon. Hi, James. Hi, Emmanuel. There you go, Emmanuel. Hi, Makina. Wait, Maki. Oh, wait, my bad. Hi, Makina. There you go, Makina. Hi, Arav. Hi, Ian. Hi, Akram. Hi, Lily Beth. Hi, Len. Hi, Felix on number 2nd. Let's go. Hi, Bond with the flow state. Massive shout out to you, Bond, for sending a flow state. Let's go, Bond. Thank you so much for sending a flow state. Massive shout out to you, Bond. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Hi, Avian. There you go. Hi, Jamie with this W. Arthan. There you go. Hi, Jannat. There you go, Jannat. Hi, Nick. There you go. Hi, Soliman. There you go. Hi, Kala. Hi, Hian. Hi, Solly. Hi, what's the name? Creek. There you go, Creek. Hi, Sahil. Hi, Hola. Hi, Aiden. Hi, Aryan. Hi, Cindy with the star thing. Hi, Creamy. There you go with the star. Hi, Sahil. Hi, Enher. Hi, Ozan. There you go, Ozan. Hi, Yasin. Hi, Eva. Hi, Leonie. Hi, Kirby. There you go, Kirby. The W. Hi, Geo. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Jensen. Tyler. It's not Taylor, it's Tyson. Sorry. Yes, Tyler. Hi, Khan. Not that. All right. Yo, Jamie with the laughing disco. Massive shout out to you, Jamie, for sending a laughing disco. Let's go. Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much for sending a laughing disco. Let's go, buddy. Shout out to Jamie. All right, there you go, Jamie boy. Hi, Steve. Hi, Atale. Okay, wait, Atale. Okay. Hi, Haru. Hi, Afzal. Hi, Big Wong. Hi, Chantal Leonel. There you go with the Hi, with the gold thing. Hi, Malin. Daisy. Okay, wait. Daisy. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Kobe. Hi, Louis. Hi, Gary. Hi, Shanuka. Okay, Shanuka. Hi, Mika. Hi, Cowboy. Is it a Cowboy? Yeah. Who's next? Hi, Zocte. Hi, Jamie. There you go. Hi, Jamie. All right. Hi, Colin. There you go. Okay. Y'all are goated. Excuse me. You guys are goated, not me. You guys are goated. Thank you. The reason I am here because of you guys. Okay. So I have to give you guys credit for being here, for supporting the stream. And I'm thankful to all of you for supporting and showing love to me. Appreciate. Oh, wait. All right. This is the, I'm going to say this is the second last page. After this, I will start a snake stream. Okay. God damn. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is bad. Hi, Lamar. I just spelled this on the floor. I mean, it was meant to be eaten, but it's all now on the floor. Never mind, I have to clean this afterwards. Okay. Hi, Louis. There you go. Hi, Gabe. Hi, Surya. Hi, Jude. Hi, Say. Hi, Lorik. Hi, Say. Okay, Say is done. All right, never mind. Hi, Dan. Hi, Tanu. Hi, Vansh. Hi, Colin. Hi, Mason. Hi, Sarah. Hi, how do I sub? More memes? Hahaha. You got me there. You just have to subscribe. If you see a white button on the top right, just click on the subscribe, okay? Hi, Vansh. Hi, Peter. Hi, Alexander. Hi, Eno. You're still in the game? Okay, Eno. Hi, Leo. Hi, Evie. Hi, Kanan. Hi, Sailesh. Donald Big Wong. Josiah. Hi, Jimmy. There you go, Jimmy. Hi, Elena. This is the last page, okay? Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Mason. Hi, Ranveer. Hi, OC. Hi, Mark. Hi, Des. Hi, Eris. Hi, Jelly. You subscribe? What's your name, young fella? Makina. Makin. No. Makina. Hi, Bryson. There you go, Bryson. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Abid. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Freely. Freely, there you go. Hi, Nico. Hi, William. My bad, William. Sorry. There you go. Again, William. Thank you so much, guys. I am starting a snake stream, and in that same snake stream, I will be playing Roblox. So yes, it's your birthday, Eva. Happy birthday to you, Eva. You have a great day. God bless you, Eva. Okay, chat. Join me in the Google Snake game. I'm just starting right after this stream. Right after when I end the stream, I'm just starting that, and we will be playing Roblox as well in that same stream. Okay, once I am done with the Google Snake. So I'll see you in that one. I'm starting right after. Okay, just join that stream. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Unk alert, bro. Come on, I'm not Unk. All right, I'll see you in the next stream. Right.